Hi, this is Stan. Welcome back to the Crow's Nest Railroad. And we're on the road over at Bob's shop, so let's take another look at these ore cars that are being built. Alright, and here you can see that metal cladding that was all over the outside. Look at how aged and rusty it all is. That was done with an acid treatment. And we'll try and show you a sample of that technique so you can see how that was done. So the next thing we have to do is get this angle. We got to do some of the final cutting on the angle and get this around these sides and tops on these ore cars. So let's get busy on that. So we'll get these pieces clamped so that we can bolt that end piece, and we can start to bolt in the other pieces and then make the final angle cuts.
Now, if it's rainy, I could run.
You know, Bob, you could have said, hey, Stan, bring your tools and trunks.
You know, I've got spare trunks. You're my size.
I'm not going to wear your bathing trunks. Ugh.
Stan, they're sanitized. Flamethrowers and everything. Put them away for the season.
We could do a water welding session. a wet and wild welding.
Oh, yeah. Let's put 140 amps. Right into that line. You bet, Stan.
It gets really hot.
Yeah, strip it out. I'm not snow with us on it.
Okay, you can see progress has been made. We've got a lot of the steel angle on here. Chain, the restraining chain, is mounted in the back. The hinges are in place. And you can see these sides are looking nice and rusty. That's part of the plan. This is all tipped. And here you can see some of the angle being put on the second ore car now.
We have developed sophisticated techniques for this now, in case you haven't noticed.
All has to be cut and mitered in the corner. Bob, what are we going to do about the sharp points and stuff like that? We're going to grind off the points?
You're going to grind that here pretty quick.
Okay. Cool looking base on that.
This thing just doesn't want to grab. Let's take it, let's drill just a tiny bit more into the wood. Yeah.
We've got your first really open season coming up in October, just a few weeks away.
That's a correct. We'll have we'll have 30 Sundays this season to run,
Okay.
and hopefully we can encourage some of the young people coming out to join us, help us expand the railroad. And our next phase would be to go to Adobe City. Then it would be a destination railroad. So get on at the museum and travel down to the Adobe City. Enjoy the Maricopa Light steamers. Walk across the lot to the Arizona Model Railroad Society. So there's things to do in the park, and that's kind of the goal, is to have different opportunities out there for people to come out and enjoy. So,
Well, if you want to do more than just kind of ride the train, what kind of help are you guys looking for out
well, besides operating the train, we have a lot of maintenance, a lot of building, we have landscaping, track maintenance, docents in the museum, painters, website, a lot of different tasks for folks to do. So a lot of opportunities for community involvement, and so it's all railroad related, of course, because we are a train park. So eventually we'd like to get a little more park area out there. People can come out and have birthday parties and picnics, and it is a recreation park, so it's kind of where we're going.
There's just a lot of potential, but this is sort of the ground floor of activity.
We are a very embryonic stage right now. We've been working on the 15-inch for about 2 years. And as you mentioned earlier, February 28th this year was our first public passenger ride. And by and large, it went fairly successful. We hauled somewhere 680 odd passengers in that time. And that was 11 weeks, so coming up 30 weeks, so hopefully we'll get a lot more ridership, and through that, hopefully the word will go out. It'll encourage more people to come in. Now this year, we've added 2 additional riding cars, thanks to you, by the way. You and Bob and Tim have done a remarkable job on our second trolley car. And so between those 2 cars and our gondola, now we can carry up to about 20 passengers. So we'll see how the season starts. If there's a larger demand, we can add another gondola. So that's all exciting stuff. And the other good news is it'll be cooling down. So.
Yeah. I'm going to put a link down below, a couple of links, for the Sahuaro Central website and also for their Facebook page. So go there, interact. Let's see if we can get some excitement. We've got a lot of volunteer opportunities, but a lot of just fun stuff coming up this fall. In the desert in Arizona, winter is our train season. It's not for Santa Claus, it's for riding trains out here. That's when the weather's beautiful. So look forward to that. Well, this is all brand new metal. Although it looks like it's been laying around for years. I'm going to show you how we did that. All right, so Bob's going to demonstrate our technique of rusting out this new piece of steel. What do we got in the jar there, Bob?
We just have plain vinegar. It's a little dirty because I've been using it.
Just straight vinegar?
Straight vinegar for the first step.
This
is a
okay.
Bob Villa YouTube solution to rusting steel. Now,
Okay.
this steel has to be bare steel.
Yeah, we sanded and ground out those other
It can't
channels.
have a plated coating, it can't have a galvanized coating, it can have nothing which protects it, which
Okay.
means generally speaking it's a hot rolled piece of steel.
Okay.
Cold rolled is pickled and oiled, and that contributes to the surface finish that cannot be removed. It bonds to the steel. So the acid will not work with that surface coating. It's presented to
So this is not like muriatic acid.
this is just vinegar, the
straight
same
vinegar?
household vinegar you use now. Normally, Bob suggests just spraying it on. It's a little faster, but because I'm a little short on spray bottles, we're just going to wipe it on, let that dry in the sun, and once it's dry, it takes about 5 minutes, then we spray the next solution on it.
Okay, all right. See you back in 5 minutes.
I've got 2 cups of hydrogen peroxide, 4 tablespoons of vinegar, and 1 3/4 teaspoons of salt. Mixed up,
Okay.
and obviously this is a little less than 2 cups. I've been using it. So now I'm going to spray it on, and watch this. This is an instant chemical reaction. Your kids will love it. Or maybe you won't if you're doing it on your new car. And just that fast, folks, you have rust. Give it a moment to react, and off you go.
That piece of steel was just aged 150 years in a matter of minutes.
Well,
And there we go. Instantaneous rust. So it's a little weird. I mean, I've been fighting against rust my whole life, so it's hard to willingly rust a piece of metal, but that's the effect we're looking for. We got a little grinding left and some sweetening to do, but that is 95% of it right there.
Right off the showroom floor.
it costs you nothing for a brand new one if you want it weathered.
Well, you can see we're in the final stages on these ore cars. So thanks so much for watching. That's going to wrap it up for this week. We'll see you right here next time on the Crow's Nest Railroad. This is Stan saying thank you so much.